Honestly, this is my all-time favorite glass jar at the Dollar Tree. I love the copper lid, and I did something with these a while ago. We're going to do something different for this episode, for this video. I am taking these jars, I took them outside, I spray painted them the moss green from Rust-Oleum, and after they were dry, we're going to go ahead and sand it to bring out the texture of that glass. I love that grid crisscross pattern. It is so beautiful, especially with that green paint. Go ahead and just rough up that top surface, wipe it down with a wipey, and in the end you've got beautiful storage jars that have that high-end French country farmhouse look. For this DIY, I'm going to be using this outdated container that I found at my local thrift store, and then I'm also going to be using this printable that I designed, and it's free for all of you today. The link is down below in my description box. Once I had my containers painted the color that I wanted, which was this really pretty green color, I'm going to go ahead and cut out my tags, and I lightly sprayed them with some hairspray to lock in that ink from the ink printer. Now I'm going to take my Sharpie marker and I'm going to make some vertical lines going all the way around both of the lids, and then I'm going to come back in with my ruler and make a horizontal line on the smaller one, and on the bigger one I'm going to do 2. So that way they both have the same consistency, square size on both of the lids, even though one has a row of 3 of the check boxes and the other one only has 2. Then I'm going to come in with my black paint and my paintbrush, and I'm just going to go around the edges and paint in all of those squares, creating that checkered pattern. And once everything was really dry, I came back in with my sanding block from the Dollar Tree, and I just roughed it up in the spots that I wanted it, because I wanted it to have that farmhouse vintagey look. And then now I'm going to take my Mod Podge and I'm just going to go all over the whole bucket, and then I'm going to seal on those tags as well. Now I'm going to go into my collection of my brads that I have. I love brads. I'm a paper crafter too, so I have these all organized the way I like them, and I'm just going to punch out some holes so that I can add some to this container. I loved the raised metal look on these. I thought it added a really cute detail, and it made it look kind of like there's screws or bolts or grommets that you would see on some farmhouse furniture. Now I'm just going to come in after I've created my holes, and I'm going to use these pull-out drawer handles for the lids, and I thought all together looks so cute. I opened the back side and sealed them all down with glue. Now, I know I'm not the only one that sees a lot of these kind of signs at their thrift store. I got this one half off, and I am going to turn it into something really cool and functional for organizing things in your craft room, in your kitchen, wherever you want to put it. I just took it outside after I took off the metal hardware on the back, spray painted it a tan color, and then I'm going to take some of these baskets from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to create some hole marks where I know I want to drill out for both of these baskets, and I'm going to have 4 for each basket. That way, so once I'm all done drilling my holes, I can come back in with some zip ties and really easily fasten it to this board. I love doing organization DIYs like this because it seriously costs me hardly anything, and if you tried to buy something like this from the store, they really are so expensive. It doesn't have to cost a lot to have a functional, beautiful home. It just takes a couple of bucks and some imagination and being willing to do these projects. So once I've got it all zip tied on, I came back in with some of these metal tags that I found on Amazon. I'll link them down below. I just think these are so cool. And I'm just going to zip tie that right on. And then to finish off the look and to give it a little bit of that farmhouse feel, I'm going to dry brush on some white paint and hang it up with my metal on the back to display things or organize things in my home. The Dollar Tree came out with these new clear containers. They have a gold rim around them, and I thought these would be so beautiful for my bathroom. These can be used all around your house wherever you want. But I wanted to show that they have these golden butterflies that are the same gold as the rim around these containers, and then they had these beautiful peony flowers. I thought, let's decorate these containers and make them look so much more special for the spring and summer season. I'm gonna just take those stickers, rub them right on, and the best thing about these stickers is that they have a slick surface, so these are perfect in a bathroom, and if they get wet, it's not gonna cause a problem because this is wall art stickers. So it really has a high quality to these stickers. Lay them down onto your container and then simply take your scissors and cut the extra sticker that's hanging over the edge that we don't want. Once you've got that cut off, you can then decorate more with however many stickers you want to put on. They have so many great sticker options at the Dollar Tree, so make sure you check out that section in their home area. Have fun with this. This is such an easy project and it has such a high-end look. Stores sell things like this all the time and they're so expensive, $10, $15 for a single item. This is $1.25 plus the stickers for $1.25, and you get so many stickers on both sides of the sheet. You can see here that I'm just simply trimming it off, gluing it into place with the adhesive on the back of the sticker, turning it around, cutting off the other side. Anywhere where it hangs over, lift it a little bit, get your scissors in there, cut as straight as you can, and then press it down. I'm going to end up using mine for toothbrushes and toothpaste to hold that stuff on our counter where it looks so pretty. Aren't these gold butterflies so beautiful? Simply push them down and you've got yourself a beautiful new container. For this DIY, I'm going to be taking this large container from my thrift store, and you can get these anywhere. So I went ahead and sanded it down and gave it a nice coat of white paint because we're going to take it from a Halloween decor to a farmhouse decor. Now I have a free printable for you all today. I went ahead and designed it myself. So if you want it, head on over to my website. The link is down below my description box so you can get to it and download it for free. And then all you're going to do is just cut it out. I recommend shooting some hairspray on it because it seals and locks in that ink from your printer. While that paper is drying with the spray paint, go ahead and come back in with a small brush and some black paint. And I'm going to just go around this to give this an enamel look. Now, the difference between the two paints of the acrylic and the spray paint are definitely different, so make sure you dry it really well. And then you're going to go over the whole thing with some Mod Podge. Now, I am going to also be taking my tag, my sign that I made earlier, that free printable, and I'm going to put that right on. This is going to have such a high-end look from a bucket that you either just had laying around your house or one from the Dollar Tree. And it is so beautiful to display blankets or towels, whatever you want inside of it, somewhere in your home to store beautiful things. This container has so much potential, it's just outdated. And whoever it was that got rid of this, I thought, oh, what a lost opportunity because these are so expensive. So I took it outside and gave it a nice taupey spray paint color as our base to get it started. And then I'm going to just come back in with some white paint and I'm going to dry brush on with white paint all over to bring out that texture and to lighten it up some. I really love dry brushing with different colors, not just brown. I love to bring in whites or a blue or a green, and it really does just transform the item that you're working with. So you can see here at this point that I'm going over all of these little boxes, and I went all over the initial big tall container that the boxes go into. Then once it was all dry, I went ahead and took some hardware, these cute little tags, screwed them onto the front, and I thought, how cute would it be if I numbered these? So I'm adding in some cardstock that fits inside. I'm gluing it down into place so it stays in there. And then I'm just going to come in with some of these stickers. They actually had these at the Target dollar spot, but you can use any stickers from the Dollar Tree, whatever you have on hand. And then I just added on 1 and 2. And now I'm going to come back on the bottom with some stacking blocks to add some height to it and to add some wood element to it. And then I glued it and stapled in place. Now, cool enough, this staple gun that I have fit inside perfectly so I could get those back ones stapled in. Once it was all done, it's ready to be used somewhere in your home. I'm going to grab the larger 3 boxes from the stacking set at the Dollar Tree wood section. Some of these finial pieces, I pick these up at Hobby Lobby. I always just get them in little packs when they're on sale. I'm going to pull out 6 of them, and we're going to use these for the legs. What we're making is a beautiful French country tray that you can use anywhere in your home. I'm planning on using mine in my bathroom to corral all of our little countertop type things. Take wood glue. Now you can tell that the wood glue top had dried out and sealed. I don't know what happened to the cap, but it dried out. So I am going to be resourceful. That's what we do here in our craft rooms, right? I got out my popsicle stick and I just went ahead and dipped that popsicle stick in there, and I got the glue out that I needed. I'm also going to add on some of my hot glue to give it that short-term hold so that everything's all gluing nicely together. And then I'm going to use these clamps that I get from the Dollar Tree craft section. If you guys don't have these in your craft room, oh man, try to get your hands on them. They are seriously the best when you're wanting to hold things together, but you need your hands back. You don't want to sit there for a long time holding something. And do this twice. I'm gluing together the 3 sides of these boxes, one to the next, and then I'm going to just clamp them and let that dry for a second. So once those are all glued together and I've got my clamps on, move on to the bottom. Now you can make this as long as you want. You could make this for a dining room table where you've got several of these glued together. You can put it on a kitchen island. However many you want to glue together, the possibilities are endless. So at this point, I've decided that I do need to get the nozzle working. And the way I fixed it was just Heidi's janky way of doing things in her craft room, because I like to be resourceful. I just used a zip tie and I snuck that down in there until I got it to feed back out again. And I ended up actually finding the cap to it. It had just fallen out into another section in the drawer. Sneak that wood glue down into the finial opening hole, because once I add my hot glue around the ring of that circle, and then I go and I put it onto the tray, that hot glue is going to hold it in place short term, but the wood glue is now up inside the finial and it's going to lock down onto the actual wood on wood glue, which is going to make it even stronger. So this is just a little trick I've learned over the years without these popping off. I know that sometimes crafters here on YouTube use hot glue for a lot of stuff, but I'm a big believer in using the right adhesives for the right things. So you can see that I've got 1 inside of each corner, and then I've got 2 that are also in the middle, so it supports that middle box. So if I put anything heavy in that middle section, it's not going to just snap the sides and make it break. Now we're going to go ahead and paint it. Okay, so here's the funny thing. First I thought I was going to paint it like this ivory pretty white, and as I was painting it, I kind of laughed because it's literally the same color of the wood. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to stick with my theme. I'm going to go with the French Country Black because I just like the way that that looks. I'm just going to put on one coat over the whole box, but when you see this done, it's going to be so beautiful. Now typically I don't like a lot of black type furniture in my home, but I do like little pops here and there for that French country look. So I'm going to go ahead, sand down around the sides, give it a little roughed up look. This is the country part of it. And then I will make sure I link these handles down below. These are handles I pick up on Amazon. I get a good deal for them because they come in a big pack. Mark some holes so I know right where I want to drill in a hole. I'm making sure the bit head is the right size, and then I'm going to drill my 2 holes. Now, because this wood is a little bit thinner, I'm not going to use a screw or anything like that. I'm actually going to use a brad, a scrapbook brad where they open up. You can get them at the Dollar Tree in the school supplies or the office supplies section. But I'm going to pull out my brad kit. You're going to laugh when you see it. I like things really organized in my craft room. I know I'm not the only one out there, but there's something about having these brads organized by colors that just makes Heidi's crafty heart happy. Find one that matches the handle the best. And they actually have like a goldish brad that matches these pretty well at the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to go ahead and just put those right inside, and they end up fitting perfectly. Once I've got that in place, I'm going to go ahead and sneak them into the holes that I just drilled. This is the easiest way to put these on, and it actually holds really well because we're going to lock it into place with some adhesive in a second. So you're going to see here, I was like so excited that these fit all in there so perfectly. Like, don't you love when a good craft plan comes together? You're making something and you think, hot dog. That was the exact size that I needed. That's exactly what I was hoping was going to happen. And then it looks so good and you get so excited about the finished product and how it looks. That's how I felt when I got these handles on the side of this. I'm like, oh, this is going to be so pretty in my bathroom on my counter to corral, you know, dental flossers and Q-tips. And then now I'm going to come in with some E6000 and glue those down into place. I'm using a popsicle stick just so I can kind of keep the mess under control. And then I did come back in, I don't show it, but I come back in with a little bit of black paint just to conceal that back part of the brad. Friends, I hope you felt inspired by this French country themed video today and using these wood boxes from the Dollar Tree. It's amazing what you can make with just a couple of craft supplies. Save yourself tons of money and give yourself a beautiful home to live in. Thank you so much for visiting with me. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know what you're up to in your craft room down below in the comments, and I want to thank you all again so much for being here. And until the next episode, bye friends.